All right, today we're going to dive into something that can feel a little tricky, talking to our kids about money. We're breaking down the fantastic book by Beth Kobliner, Make Your Kid a Money Genius.
Now, that title, it's a big promise, right? But it's the subtitle that offers the real relief, even if you're not. This whole thing is about giving you, as a parent, simple, real-world tools to teach your kids about money. No finance degree needed, I promise. So, first things first, why is it so darn hard to talk about money with our kids? I mean, really, it feels like this huge modern taboo.
Think back to our parents' generation, the talk they dreaded, the birds and the bees. But for us, it's totally different. Turns out the conversation we're all trying to avoid is the one about dollars and cents. And this quote, man, does it hit home. We've all been there, haven't we? A kid asks how much money you make and you just freeze. We worry about paying for college, or we just keep putting off setting up that allowance. It's a totally universal feeling. But here's the thing, and this is the really good news. You don't have to have all the answers. You just need to start the conversation. And you can do that with just a few powerful, simple ideas.
And we have to start early. I mean, really early. Get this. Research from the University of Cambridge found that by age 7, a lot of our kids' core money habits are already taking shape. That makes these early years absolutely crucial.
Okay, so where do you even start with all this? It's simple, actually. It begins with the first and most important habit of all, saving. And it all boils down to making a choice. And for little kids, this 3-jar approach is just genius. Forget the single piggy bank. When they can physically see where their money is going, a little for spending, some for saving, and some for sharing, it makes these big ideas like budgeting and charity totally real for them. And listen, you don't need to be a math whiz or have complex spreadsheets. The most effective lessons are usually the simplest ones, these easy, memorable rules of thumb. Like this one right here, save a quarter for every dollar you get. It's so easy to remember, right? And it builds that muscle of putting money aside first automatically without even thinking about it. Now, here's a big fancy economic idea that you can teach without any of the jargon. It's called opportunity cost, and it's basically this. When your kid gives up buying a daily snack to save up $15 for a new toy, boom, they're learning that every choice to buy something is also a choice to not buy something else. That's it. That's opportunity cost.
If you are finding this video helpful, please make sure to hit that like button and share it with someone who this might help and be a benefit to their financial decision-makings. Your support means a lot to me and helps the channel grow, allowing the YouTube algorithm to show this content to a bigger crowd. More people can benefit from these ideas and hopefully improve their financial well-being.
All right, so once they've got a handle on saving, we can look at the other side of the equation. Understanding the difference between wants and needs and really getting the value of work. This little game right here, wants versus needs, this is the bedrock of all smart financial decisions. You know those I want it moments in the grocery store? Turning that into a quick game of, is that a want or a need, is a game changer. They start to get that even though they feel like they need that cupcake, it's not the same as the food the family actually needs for dinner. And what about chores? The book makes a really powerful point here. They aren't just about earning cash, they're about being part of a team, part of the family. And that builds this incredible sense of competence, of responsibility, things that studies show are directly linked to being a successful adult. Okay, so we've covered saving and working. The next level, making your money grow. And the book frames investing not as some scary, complicated thing for Wall Street types, but more like planting a seed for the future. And this compound interest, this is the secret sauce. Seriously, it's been called the eighth wonder of the world for a reason. It's just a simple idea. The interest your money earns, well, it starts earning its own interest. It's like a tiny snowball rolling down a very long hill. And the earlier you start, the bigger that snowball gets. Okay, let's make this super clear. Imagine for a second you put $1,000 away way back in 1985. Where you decided to put it, well, it would have made an absolutely staggering difference.
Just look at this. It's wild. That $1,000 in the stock market, it grew to almost $23,000. But look at the money under the mattress. It didn't just stay at $1,000. Because of inflation, it actually lost more than half its buying power. This shows you right here why investing isn't just some option. It's how you protect your money from basically losing value over time. And here's another awesome sum rule of thumb for you. It's called the Rule of 72. You want to know roughly how long it'll take to double your money? Just divide 72 by the interest rate. So if you're getting an 8% return, it'll take about 9 years. It's a super simple, powerful little trick to really get a feel for how growth works. So when you put all these pieces together, what are we really talking about? We're talking about your financial legacy. And listen, it's not about the amount of money you leave behind, it's about the wisdom you pass on. The conversation itself is the gift. So if you're going to remember anything from all this, let it be these key principles. Start talking about it early. Make saving a habit, something you just do. Keep the conversation going, openly and often. And maybe the most important one, show them. Don't just tell them. Your kids are watching. Because at the end of the day, financial literacy isn't a one-and-done lesson, is it? It's a lifelong journey. It starts when they're little, playing with those jars, and it just keeps going. Ultimately, this is all about empowerment. It's not just about teaching your kids to be good with money. It's about giving them the confidence and the tools to create a life with security and smart choices. So the only question left to ask is, what money story are you going to help your children write?
Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Finance Puppy, and here's to a better financial tomorrow. Cheers!